I was warned several times by several people. I was warned. I was just, I better go and show you what's going on, hadn't I? Why do I do it? Why did I do it? I don't know. I'll turn you guys off. Ah! Then there was two. So, I had better explain myself. What we have here is another early Alice B with the hand brakes, only one pedal. She's the 3-speed flavour. She don't have the PTO gear or the PTO, so she's the base spec. But she's original, or original-ish. There is a story behind this tractor. This very tractor, this very one, was shown at Stradsett Rally 51 years ago, so that was the first ever Stradsett Rally. This tractor was there, and it had just been restored. That was 51 years ago. Then she ended up passing hands a couple of times and ended up round my mate sitting in the back of his shed for years, and there you go. It's now ended up at Man Cave HQ. There we are. Yes, there's no mag. This tractor does need major surgery. A couple of things I like that my 39 up there don't have, because it's missing on mine. This one's still got the radiator vents. See the little knob here what turns? You watch the little vents in the grill. He says, I think I was going the wrong, oh yeah, I was going the wrong way. Look at the vents in the grill, look. There you go. You've still got your original grill vents in there. So summertime you can let your air in. If it's winter, turn the little handle and that closes the grill off, look. There you go, isn't that good? So yes, this one's mainly, it's nice that she's still got the spec plate there. She's looking all good here. She's got her parts. There we are. But, like I say, she has a story. I do like how it's got the original decals. If you're wondering, no, I'm not going to paint this tractor. It is far too nice. It's got a far too good a look to be painting. It has taken 51 years for it to look like this. It's gonna damn well stay like it. I think a rub down to get the loose rust off, and then a coat of diesel or heat and oil diesel mix will be perfect. You're gonna say, hey, no mag. Nope, the mag is coming, guys. Because, yep, I got this off my buddy, and he said, I'll sort your mag out for it. So a mag is coming. I think he's going to give me 2 mags, and I can make one up. Either way, doesn't matter. But there she is, guys. We have another Alice. Now you're going to be asking, well, what's the story with it? Why is the mag off? Why aren't we seeing it running? Why aren't you starting it? Why did you say it needed surgery? Right, let me explain. Well, guys, if we come to the dipstick, oil is not meant to look like milkshake. See that? We have oil like milkshake. It shouldn't look like that, guys. Yep, and look how full it is. Oil, or liquid, is that far up the stick, nearly to the top. It certainly shouldn't be that high. The full level is here, look. It's right up here somewhere. So you know what that means? She's getting water in the oil. As you can see, this tractor hasn't been to pieces. You can see it. She hasn't been to pieces. Nothing's been split. Head's not been off. Sump has not been off. So this old girl, she hasn't been to pieces. Well, not for, if ever. If ever. Everything is looking quite original on here. I do see some RTV around the rocker cover, so possibly that's been off, but really, what's the problem with that? So, two things have happened. Apparently this tractor sat best part of 3 decades, really, without water in it, without being used. And from what I gather, the guy got off, filled her up with water, and the next morning that had gone. Ended up in the sump. So one of 3 or 16,000 things have happened here. One of which, she was parked up with water in it. She frosted up, she cracked, and she let the water into the oil. But I can't see any frost damage on the block. Neither side, it's good. So I can't see frost damage anywhere. Unless it's frosted on the inside, but wouldn't have thought so. Another thing could be the head gasket gone. She could have got overheated and the head gasket has gone. Again, letting the water into the oil. It could have been overheated and the head's cracked, letting the water into the oil. Or it's the seal on the bottom of the cylinder liner, which my buddy seemed to favour, is what it is. He seems to think that it's possibly because it sat dry for so many years, the seal on the bottom of the cylinder liners deteriorated, perished, and when water did go in, it was going into the oil. So, that's the story with this Alice. There you go. But she is nice and original, which is what I like. It's got a nice look to it with the Alice Chalmers logo on there. So yes, what are we going to do on this video? I think just to see what this is going to look like, because this has been sat in a shed this has been sat undercover until about a week ago when my mate pulled it out. I think we should just put a bit of oil rag on here and see if see what she looks like, see what she's going to come up like. My buddy did fit a new gauge in it years ago, new fill cap years ago, and he sourced an exhaust. He assures me this thing does run okay. He said it runs absolutely lovely, but she's got that milkshake oil. We will see. Right, unfortunately we can't start it because we haven't got a mag. That is one of the first things I would like to do, is actually get it running so we can hear what it sounds like, and then get that buddy slush in there, hot, drain it out. But we'll get to that. But I think for today, I'm just going to give this a little clean up and put some oily rag on it and see exactly what she looks like. Right, so armed with an oil can, a knackered wire brush, a stiff brush, and a little wire brush, we're just going to clean a little bit of this up. Of course it's flaky, and that's just going to wear off in time anyhow. I'll start with this stiff brush. I'm not going to go over them decals anymore. I just want to get the loose rust off. There we are. Right, what we've done is we've basically gone over the old girl with a stiff brush. All this is doing is taking the dust off and the loose rust. So we'll see what this old girl will look like all over when she's done. I say, you see how long it took? Literally a couple of minutes. But now we've got all the loose off, we can preserve this patina. So without any further ado, let's squirt some oil about the place. There we go. We can just get some oil around here and well, just see what she's going to look like when she's oily racked up. Look at that. I had a feeling that this old girl was going to come nice. I just had a sneaky feeling. I don't know what the strange noises are, guys. I really do not know. I think there's some children pretending to be wolves or something. There we are. Oh! Oh, yes. So here we are, guys. This is what she's going to look like all over when we're done. There we go, guys. There we are. Look at that. What a difference that has made, hasn't it? What a difference this has made. Look at the patina. Look how she's come up. And that's 5 minutes with an oily rag. She's still got nice original decal. All that flakiness has gone. There we are. She is spectacular. By the time the whole tractor gets shined up like that, we'll be well away. But we have a lot to do before we get to that. I need to get a working magneto on this, get it running, see what we're dealing with, see how well it runs, and then yeah, we can get into it and yeah, see where she's leaking water. We have a little bit of rot around the back of the mudguard. To be honest, I'm not worried. This old girl has took 50 years to look like this. I like how someone's made a seat out of the top of what looked like a lid. Looked like there used to be a handle on there. I love it. So somebody's made a seat up. I need to make a seat base. There you go. What a beautiful old girl. Let's have a look around this side where the sun is. If I squeeze around here, she's all looking good. She is all looking good. You can see the difference in that bonnet. Look, I've done the top, not round here. Same with the tank, look. Noticeable difference with the oily rag and not the oily rag. But here is our next Alice B. Marvellous. I do like that original blind in there. So, I just wanted to show you guys that. So, for those of you that didn't know, we have this Alice B. We have this Alice B. And we have the Grey Fergie. So, we have now turned into a 3-tractor family. Lovely. There's a magneto, that's what we've got to sort of get. It could be a Lucas one, it could be a, I think Wyco did want to go on there, and I believe the American ones had a Fairbanks magneto on. But as long as I got a magneto. See, mine, the little handle's missing, and I don't have the blinds in there. So they've been taken out at some point. But I really don't mind. This is the UK, so we need all the air through we can get. So there we are, folks. We have an Alice. Right, we'll be back another time. Do you know, it is hot. I might let the oil out the damn thing now, actually, because I'm thinking it's bloody hot. Let the oil out. Oh, there's our oil drain bung. We can let that out and just, well, we can just let it go, let it sort of, yeah, we'll be all right. Yeah, I think we'll let some oil out and then we'll go from there and see what's going on. Marvellous. So guys, this has the weirdest little sump bung I've ever seen. It's like a tiny little knoblet, look. It's like a little hex. Crikey, I wouldn't want to undo. Hope that undo. I don't know. I can't find any tool to go on it. I'm just going to have to try mole grips. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is. Oh, this is a job to do one-handed. It is coming undone. Oh, there she comes. She's coming. Right. We have our oil drain down here. Let's see what's up. Oh my word, look at that. Look at that. Right. This is not what we wanted. Yep, we certainly have some water in that engine. Crikey Moses. When that oil starts, I'll put the bung back in and empty that water out. Oh my word. She is full of water. Whoops. Alright, here comes the oil. Or it's trying to. Alright, let me go tip that water out and recycle that. Then I'll be back. Alright. The water has gone. Let's let the rest out. Oh, there's even more water. Oh my word. However much water was in that. Here comes the milkshake oil, look. That is... Yeah, look at that. Look at that milkshake, guys. This is not what you want going around your oil ways. That's stone cold and there's still loads of water in that. Look, loads of it. Look at that. My wordy word. I say dear oh dear. Jesus. She certainly had some water in her. So yes, we have definitely got to get into this engine at some point. Is there a lot of point even trying to run it before we get into it? I don't think there is. I think when the weather cools down a bit, guys, what I'm going to do is get the bonnet stripped off this, and I think we'll start. I did wonder about letting this oil out, shoving a bit of diesel in the top to flush the sump out a bit, and then filling her up with water and seeing how quick it drains into that oil. Is it a case of it's going to drain into there overnight? Is it a case that it's dripping a little bit and that's going to take several months? You don't know, dear. These are questions we just don't know. But by Jesus, she's taken some oil, guys. She has got some oil coming out. Look at the state of that. And she's still flowing. So yes, this is definitely not a good sign. But I did get the tractor knowing this. My buddy who I got the tractor off, he said, Adam, if the engine's totally had it, I'll give you another engine to go in it. You won't be without a good running Alice at the end of it. Because he's got Alice bits everywhere. So yes, he did say, if this ain't fixable, just, you know, I'll give you another engine to shove in it, or a good block. So yes, we will get this sorted. It's just a case of seeing exactly what, you know, what is going on with her. Why has she got that water in that oil? I'm going to let this drain. Yep, I'll let this drain, and then I think I'm going to shove a couple of litres of heating oil in the rocker box and just let that drain through and hopefully flush that sump out a little. We'll be back in a minute. Right guys, she's been draining for about half an hour. We still have a couple of drips. Oh, we still have milkshake coming out here galore. I was going to shove some diesel in the top. Would you believe I can't even unscrew the oil filler cap? It is stuck on the top of the engine. So I think we're going to leave this video here for today. And on the next video, I think we'll be taking the bonnet off this thing. We can take the bonnet off the old girl. We can take the rocker cover off, get it in the shed, and actually take the oil cap off that. And then, yeah, I'll leave it with this in, with the bung in. So anything what do sit in the bottom, but we will definitely shove some diesel or heating oil through this block just to clean her up, just to get all that milkshake out. But yes, I think that's going to be another video for another day, because believe it or not, something stupid like the oil filler cap is catching me out. It will not come off. Right, oh dear. Right, there we are. So that is going to be it for this video. If you'd like to see more content on this Alice, let me know. Let me know what you think. Am I doing the right thing, leaving this tractor looking like it is? Or do you think it needs to be painted up nice? I'm thinking like this. Leave it like this. We've got that one up there, which we can get really nice, really smart. This one, work and close. But there we go. We're going to end this video here, guys. Like I say, thank you for watching. But this oil filler cap here, it turns. Will that lift off? No, that won't. I've even had that bar down there up under the bonnet, tapping it from the bottom as a twist. I cannot get that to pull off. So I'm going to have to whip the bonnet off, and then we can take the rocker box off, get it in the shed, get this off, shove some diesel all down them rockers. We need to get this off because that could be foamy all up in there. Let's have a look in the radio. I haven't even looked in there yet. Oh my word. Yeah. I think we've got to do some flushing everywhere with this old girl. Because she is, yeah, she's got fluids where fluids shouldn't be. But there we go. Right, I actually really love this thing. And I think once it all looks like this, it's going to look phenomenal. Right, I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Ha!